Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy.
You're damn right you go to me, bro.
Andy, do we really need to start the week off like this?
After what you did this weekend, I think we do.
I told you it was an accident. And you have to admit, in the dark, it does look like a bathroom.
Yeah, an $8,000 fur coat looks like a bathroom. Right.
The bigger question is what a middle-aged single man is doing with an $8,000 fur coat.
That's an easy one. Looking good. Looking real good.
Well, tell that to the Nutria's parents.
I did, right before I made fur slippers.
Oh. R.I.P. Nutria.
Yep. KSM will face a military commission at Gitmo. Greg the Barber in the Andy Griffith Show was, of course, Floyd Lawson.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. They really do look alike, don't they?
No, they do look alike. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Floyd.
Okay, back to me. Get off the picture. Also, you mocked Holder for blaming Congress for this, but he's kind of right that Congress left the Obama administration little choice. One of the provisions of this year's defense budget was that no detainees could enter the U.S., which makes it kind of hard to try them here.
Well, I guess so.
Okay.
What's your point?
Yeah.
I have no point. Terry, by the way, you seem to think Gitmo was closed?
It isn't?
You're so naive, my friend.
Oh, man. You always call me out for stuff like that, too. I hate you.
I know.
I don't really hate you. I actually think you're fabulous.
I hate him.
Thank you. Jill, Straight Outta Gitmo would be a better rap title than Right Outta Gitmo.
Yeah.
Right out of Gitmo.
You're right. All right, I'll keep that under advisement.
Okay.
I already produced it, though, as Right Out of Gitmo, so.
I do like your
I can go back to the studio.
I do like your court of public opinion thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Dan, shame on you for comparing Gitmo to a carnival.
Why? Because both are awesome?
Just horrible. Horrible things happen there.
All right. Well, that's your opinion.
Yes. By the way, an organization called Human Rights First notes that in 2008, candidate Obama criticized the Bush administration for wanting to try KSM and his co-defendants in military commissions, saying that the trials were, quote, too important to be held in a flawed military commission system. Mm-hmm. It's so weird that President Obama reversed candidate Obama. That almost never happens.
No.
The other interesting thing is about Holder saying that, don't worry about them being in the civilian courts because we're only going to try them if they're going to be guilty. I always love that part.
Yeah.
So where's the justice?
Are you asking me?
No.
Okay.
Ask Steven Seagal.
I was saying, where's the justice?
David Justice
what
retired about 8 years ago.
Okay,
Greg.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
currently living in Tampa Bay with a wife, 2 kids, and quite the alimony from his first marriage with Halle Berry.
Bill, the justice is the nickname for my neck massager.
Oh, I love that thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Scrubbing your online pass. Dan, you said if you're a decent human being, you won't need this. You don't drink, do you?
I do, but I'm just really good at it.
Okay. All right. Well, you should have a little more sympathy for those people who aren't.
Well, listen, rookies, get with the program, and then you might be in my league.
Terry, you said you don't need your online pass scrubbed because you've never done anything wrong. I guess you've never done a Google image search of yourself?
Really, Andy?
Take a look.
Really?
Take a look.
I know.
That's all I'm going to say.
Now, Andy, did you just type in his name, or did you type something else into Google image search when you looked for those pictures?
I didn't type anything into Google search. I just went to my bookmark.
Nice. I have arrived.
He's a fan. He's a fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, don't ever scrub your internet history, Terry. Can we talk about the one guy who 8 years ago paid a fine for wrongfully receiving 9/11 grant money and thought it was unfair that the links to that still existed, and that's why he wanted his internet history scrubbed?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, was he wrongly accused, or did he break the law?
He paid a $2,000 fine, so
yeah.
he paid a fine. So, I don't know. I just kind of feel like if you're one of those internet history scrubbing companies, maybe at that point you say, yeah, you're on your own with that one.
Yeah. True.
Gregolog, CSBI wants to ban food coloring. Jill, you asked why the government and these groups always want to make these decisions for us. It's because they suck.
Thank you. Thanks for clarifying.
I looked that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Dan, you mentioned that they're taking the color out of Kool-Aid, and in fact, it's called Kool-Aid Invisible, so I don't even know how you're supposed to drink it.
Yeah, what is that? That's a sugar water.
Where is it?
Don't you just put sugar in water and that's the same
That's
thing?
what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't trust them.
Right.
And what about the guy that crashes through the wall? What's he going to look like?
Captain Kool-Aid is going to cause so much damage because no one will see him coming.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing.
He'll
And he's going
run over
to
your coffee table.
and he'll crash through the wall, and you'll just think it's a poltergeist or something.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
You'll be getting a priest when really you should be enjoying some delicious
Absolutely.
You know what's going to happen is he's only going to be hanging out like at dressing rooms at stores because he's a freaking
He always looks like a
perv.
perv.
Yeah,
He grossed
he's
me
a
out.
perv.
Yeah.
Now that he's invisible, because that's what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
If I was Captain Kool-Aid and I was
first thing.
invisible.
All
first
plot by Big Kool-Aid.
thing. Yes.
Bill, you referred to Crystal Pepsi as Pepsi Clear. Pepsi actually trademarked the name Pepsi Clear in 2008, but they never did anything with it and let the trademark expire last year.
You know why?
Awesome.
Tom Cruise was offended, Andy.
Was it?
Yeah, that Pepsi was not clear until it
Get
has
that.
its IQ test.
Dumbass Terry Jones burns a Koran. Hey, Terry, what do you make of General Petraeus saying that him doing this puts U.S. troops in danger?
Listen, General Petraeus is my boss, but I actually, one thing I would take issue with is just what we were talking about. Listen, that's not going to make it any more dangerous for us, trust me. I don't really think it is. I know politically he's got to say that, and I respect it, but honestly, no.
All right. I like that. I'm told I have to go.
You know what? You should go then, because I wouldn't disappoint the person that told you to go.
Oh, I would never disappoint the voices in my head.
No, not at all. Why don't you go hang out in the back there, have some tea?
I might do that.
Yeah. There's a cheese plate over there.
Excellent.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Giggle.
All right, move away. Coming up, is it wrong to be so adorable? We discuss Jill Dobson's new book, I'm Adorable and You're a Stupid Fat Face.
Jill.
Yes,
Jill, that's
but
not
first, this is an angry, adorable thing. What's this? A video of pot smoking? I bet it's a story about pot smoking. They're making weed less fun indeed. Yep, the New Scientist magazine reports that researchers have made a breakthrough in medical marijuana testing. They've discovered it's awesome. But also they found that the two functions of THC, the active component in marijuana, can be separated. First, there's the pain-killing side, and then there's the side that produces hallucinations, impaired mobility, and an insatiable appetite for Hot Pockets. This breakthrough, says researchers, means patients can get pain relief without the unwanted highs. Silly scientist. Anyway, let's discuss how this will affect the Funyun industry in the
lightning round. Lightning round.
Dan, how fast will prescriptions for medical marijuana go down if it doesn't get you high?
Immediately.
Yes.
Why would you even have a prescription if it doesn't get you high? Even for pain pills.
Yes.
That's why you want them. They get you high.
No, it's Terry, if you remove that component, what you have is basically ibuprofen or aspirin.
Just take Tylenol, and I suspect I'm a military guy. Does this mean they're going to let us smoke pot in the Army? I don't think so.
No.
Darn.
No.
You don't know for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, why separate
I saw
that?
stripes.
Jill, as a seasoned drug dealer, this must be great for your street sales. All your old customers fed up with the phony medical marijuana, like, oh, I've got a stress syndrome,
Yeah.
BS, are now going to come to you.
You would think that, but instead of saying they have glaucoma, they're saying they have lack of appetite.
Yes.
They really need those effects to help them, so it's not really working for me. They've outsmarted the system.
Bill, potheads are not going to protest this because they cannot get up off the couch.
They're too lazy. They're too lazy. Or is the stereotype? You know, there are many professionals out there, Greg, including probably your doctor that smokes marijuana.
I
And I'm going to
apologize.
put my serious face on for a second.
I apologize.
I've been interviewing some cancer survivors and cancer patients who've been taking medical marijuana, many of them illegally, because of our stupid government's stupid war on drugs. And this really helps them. It's way better than pain pills. It's got none of the side effects of any of the pharmaceuticals we currently have in the industry. It's much better for your internal organs. And so let's get this to them first, because that is a priority. And then let's legalize pot and grow up as a country.
But here, okay.
Because it's awesome.
Get off your soapbox.
Your mom is going to talk to you about that.
No. Yeah, you're talking about your mom watching the show. Now she's really going to.
Oh, my mom hates me.
I know your mom hates you. No, here's the thing: is what's making this a problem is the stoners that are going to medical marijuana, and basically
They're
people
ruining
like
it.
Dan, and
Yes.
they're ruining it.
Thanks for knowing, buddy.
Hey.
You put your little Grateful Dead T-shirt
Friends
on.
of mine, not me. I don't get my hands dirty. That's how you get caught and have bad stuff on the internet. I have friends.
No, but it's like that's why they're separating it, and that's why, and then it'll be
And
no
it's
fun for
good.
anybody.
Those people needed stats. So that's good. But legalize pot. I mean, it's insane.
All right, new iPhone app. I'm so tired of hearing that word. Lets you delete all your social media blunders, drunk or otherwise, with a single click. With the Last Night Never Happened app, you simply specify a time period, and the app deletes all tweets and Facebook posts you've made during that time. Jill, as someone who's drunk 24/7, you must have bought this app immediately.
I actually think this app is really stupid because it doesn't undo all the other things you did. It doesn't undo the drunk dial to your ex, the BK broiler you had.
You know what that is? That app is called your finger. whenever it's amazing and it's cheap. Terrible thing.
The Karen Carpenter app.
Really? You had to bring her up.
R.I.P.
Too soon, people. Too soon.
I didn't get it till you said that, so thank you.
Terry, what's the point of Twitter if you're going to do it sober? I can never do it sober.
First of all, I don't tweet because I don't know how to do it. But the other thing is too. I mean, does this mean though after you are bad behavior with a girl, the next day you can go, listen, never happened. Look it up on the internet. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I guess
Can you do that?
I guess so.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
That might actually get me into computers.
Yeah, absolutely. I would read a manual.
That would get you in. That would read a bit. There's no manuals that come with computers anymore. It's not like a microwave oven.
I don't like reading anyway.
For that interweb?
Yeah, exactly.
For the interweb?
Dan, wouldn't a better app be one that locks down your computer when it smells your breath? Like
that would be good. That'd be great. A better app would be just don't take your phone out with you. Why are you... Go out and drink like people used to.
Yes, that's true.
And meet new people.
Yeah, that's true.
Just go Facebook, and when you're in a crowded bar with 200 people,
Yeah, but what if you meet hot girls and you want your ex to see pictures of you with them? How are you going to take it and post it on the internet immediately?
You're crafty.
And torture your ex.
Greg, the alcoholic brings up a good point.
Yes.
I think we've all learned something here. The one person that hasn't learned anything, Jill Dobson, because she's blackout.
Yes.
This is not going to be remembered. I hope you recorded it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
You're like a drunk sitcom character.
A new website called Porn WikiLeaks has published the real names of more than 12,000 adult performers. Apparently, the names were stolen from the patient database of a clinic that runs.
What porn is this?
What's going on?
What are we using?
Gary
here?
Busey, I think.
Anyway, the site's administrator says its goal is to make the industry, quote, less corrupt and more open by exposing these people whose names came from the clinic. People do that when they can't find their way. Is this fair to porn stars, Dan?
I don't know. I don't want to kill the allure. I don't want to know the Clark Kent behind my Superman. I just want to have my superhero. That's all I want.
But Terry, should porn stars have the right to privacy? I mean, they're having sex on film.
Yeah. I mean, just leave them alone. I mean, they're already kind of having a... You can't talk. We're talking about mom all night. You're already done. Just go ahead, let them have a little bit of privacy.
No, I don't think so. I think if you're going to do this, Jill, if you're going to go up on stage, why should you escape your porn star past, Jill? Or may I call you Delilah Sunshine?
You may call me Delilah, but just for tonight. Okay. And then Jill, and then Madison next week.
Okay, yes.
How I keep it clean. Yeah, I change it a lot. I don't understand who's going to go to this site. Some guy goes on the internet, they start typing in porn. Before they even get to the word WikiLeaks, a lot of other options come on.
That is true.
They'll probably click one of them.
That is very true.
The drunk speaks through them.
No, but stalkers would.
Porn
they would try to find out where you are, where you live. And that's the scary part, because we don't want to put these people in danger.
True.
Yeah, leave them.
Well, I'll tell you something. I don't want to.
It's not a dangerous industry.
Not at all. Not with the drugs and the
I
STDs.
say we're having a Woodward and Bernstein moment here, but I want to thank WikiPorn. I want to thank it, Greg, for exposing the fact that certain adult stars have drug problems and STDs.
Yeah.
Because until then,
no
light was shined on this very real problem that apparently exists.
Well, you know what? You just wait until there's a new WikiLeaks for homeless drifters bill, and then you're going to feel differently.
I look forward to it because maybe I'll get adopted.
Yeah. Too late for that. It's time for a break. There's more when we return. How's that?
Wow.
Wow. His passion is panties. I speak of a Missouri man who made a quilt out of women's underwear. So what was his inspiration?
I had started me a mannequin collection before I took out this subscription right here. And I was dressing my mannequin with the old lingerie and dresses and stuff right there. And so when I saw that panty quilt item, I said, well, I'm going to make me a panty quilt too. And that's how I come out with it right there. And all the ladies encouraged me that I worked for right here, and most of them all donated. There was a few of them that raised their eyebrows and said, "You ain't getting none of my panties." Like that to everybody.
And where exactly did he get all the panties?
There's other clothing stores I find them in right there. And then certain ladies, every time I make a new client right here, you know, I always tell her about my quilt. And if she's got any old ones she's going to throw away, save them for me right there, as long as they're nylon or acetate, rayon, or silk. And no polyester. I don't want them cheap dollar store, not sexy farm girl panties right there. I want classy silk or nylon or, you know, sexy. Victoria's Secret.
Well, that eliminates you, Bill. Can't blame the man for knowing what he wants.
I did that years ago.
We got to get him on this show.
Absolutely.
We got to get him on the show. I hope he watches. All right.
Yeah, let's book the crap out of Jill for that
Yes.
night. Yes.
We're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up for TV's Andy Levy. And for clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com. Red Eye. Time to go back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Jill, when are we going to see you on Onion News Network again?
I'll be on very soon on the website as Madison Daily, and I will give the link on Twitter, Facebook, and, of course, my personal website, which is, obviously, www.IHateBillSchultz.com.
Hey!
Oh, clearly.
I saw someone had bought that.
The same person who says you're a Hey, you know, you don't have to say www anymore, just so you know.
Yeah. No, people know that.
HTTP//www.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Really? I just wanted to be clear.
I hate you.
You're old school. It's fine.
Yeah. Interweb.
Yep. Hey, Darren, where are you going to be this weekend?
I'm going to be at Eastville Comedy Club on 4th Street and 2nd Avenue, Friday and Saturday, 9 and 11 p.m. shows. So come out, hang out.
Woohoo.
All right. Terry, what you been up to?
I've been doing a lot of Army stuff, traveling. I want to thank the USO. I was at his long layover in Philadelphia, and they were the nicest people. And also, there's a very important fight going. Go to helpfatherkarapi.com. I guess it would be www.
Yes.
Helpfatherkarapi.com. Really check it out. It's really worth it.
How do you spell Karapi?
Corapi.
See, I would have put K and wouldn't have been there.
He is the man. He is the man.
Also, Terry, your CO wants to talk to you after the show. Something about you disagreeing with General Petraeus.
I didn't disagree with him. Whoa, hey. Don't get all military on me, because I know you know this.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Airborne.
Bill, anything you want to plug in like 5 seconds?
Yes, go to my website, JillDobsonUsedToBeADude.org, and learn more. I've got some very interesting pictures.
Excellent. Back to you, Greg.
Thanks, Andy. Jill Dobson, always a pleasure having you on the show. Bill Schultz, you're a sad man. Dan Soda, great first time. Well done. Terry Shepard, always a pleasure having you on. And you know what? That does it for me. I'm Greg Gutfeld.
Yeah. Gutfeld is. He's a good man.